All right. What's up, everybody? My people in Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, or Staten Island, my homebro, Brooklyn. Back at the end of the video. And April 26, 2024 marks the 30th anniversary of Southernplayalisticadillacmuzik, which was the debut album by the legendary hip-hop duo OutKast. But before we get into that, I want to send my condolences to the family of Mr. Rico Wade. If all you don't know who Rico Wade is, he was part of Organized Noise production team, which were the main producers for OutKast. It was Rico Wade, Sleepy Brown, and Ray Murray. Of course, they were the ones who helped put OutKast on the map and the Goody Mob on the map. They were all collectively known as the Dungeon Family. Okay? And I believe Rico Wade is the cousin of the rapper Future. If I remember correctly. If I'm mistaken, let me know in the comment section down below. But I believe Rico Wade and Future are cousins. So give my condolences to Rico Wade. Rico Wade's family. But anyway, let's get back to the video. Of course, Southernplayalisticadillacmuzik was the debut album by the legendary hip-hop duo OutKast, which consisted of Mr. Antoine Patton and Andre Benjamin, a.k.a. Big Boy and Andre 3000, who met as teenagers in Lenox Square Mall in Atlanta. They bonded over their shared love of hip-hop and decided to form a duo together. Originally, their duo name was The Misfits, but they later changed the name to OutKast. They linked up with the Dungeon family members, Organized Noise Productions, and Goody Mob, and they would just sit in the dungeon, aka the basement of home, all damn day making music. Eventually, their music-making talents caught the attention of LaFace Records, and OutKast was signed to LaFace Records. Okay, one of the first projects they had to work on was a song for a Christmas album by LaFace Records, a LaFace family Christmas album. I think it's what the project was called. But they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to do nothing like Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC. You know, they were Southern hustlers, Southern players, and they wanted that image of them out. Not in their mind some corny cornball Christmas shit, but they had to do it. So, and what they came up with was an iconic track. Players Ball was released in late 1993, and it is a great song. And the music video for the song was directed by Sean Puffy Combs, who instructed Andre to wear the gray Atlanta Braves jersey with Atlanta across because he wanted to send a message. He wanted them to send a message like, this is where we're from, this is where we represent, and we're proud of that. We're not going to shy away from it. The single was a hit, and months later, on April 26, 1984, OutKast's debut album, Southernplayalisticadillacmuzik, was released. And it had tracks such as, of course, Southernplayalisticadillacmuzik, the title track, Players Ball, Get Up, Get Out, Crumbling Herb. Great album. If you've never listened to it, then I don't know what to tell you. You need to go check it, go listen to it immediately, because this was a great album, great production. The lyricism from Andre 3000 and Big Boy was just, and their flow, their delivery was just masterful. And it put them on the map and helped establish OutKast as hip-hop superstars. Of course, this is the cover of the single, Southernplayalisticadillacmuzik. If all you know anything about OutKast, they always did title tracks on their albums. And this is probably my favorite song of the album. I know some may say, Players Ball is their favorite, or Get Up, Get Out, but Southernplayalisticadillacmuzik is my favorite song on this album. Of course, this album was released in 1994, which at the time, the two dominant rap scenes in hip-hop were New York, it was in the middle of the East Coast Renaissance, and of course the West Coast, which was running things. So a lot of the Southern rappers like to say, oh, the South wasn't respected in hip-hop up until that time. And is that true to a degree? Yeah, but I mean, it's true. But also, at the same time, you did have the Ghetto Boys, who were a respected hip-hop act, who are, of course, out of Houston, Texas, Scarface, Willie D, and Bushwick Bill. You also had the Two Live Crew out of Miami. So I think the New York and the West Coast didn't respect the South. I think it's a little overblown, because Scarface, influence, probably you don't know, Scarface was an influence on Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas, and Tupac, and people like that. So I think that's a little overblown, but get back to the point. At the legendary 1995 Source Awards, where the East Coast, West Coast, quote unquote beef, kind of rose to national prominence. There was another iconic moment in hip hop history occurred when OutKast was awarded Best New Artist at the Source Awards. They were booed, and Andre 3000 went up on stage, went in front of the microphone, and said, "The South got something to say. That's all I got to say." And this was kind of like I said, this was an iconic hip hop moment, but especially for the South, this was kind of the beginning of the rise of Southern hip hop. And again, you always had the Two Live Crew out of Miami and the Ghetto Boys out of Houston. So you had Southern hip hop acts. They just weren't as prominent as the West Coast scene and the New York rap scene. But this was the beginning because after OutKast, you get of course you get Goody Mob, and then you get the rise of No Limit Records out of New Orleans, the Cash Money Records out of New Orleans, the Memphis rap scene, 3 6 Mafia and 8 Ball and MJG and those guys. You get UGK out of Texas and the whole chopped and screwed style of hip hop, and then you get the rise of the Virginia producers and like the Neptunes and Timbaland, and of course Missy Elliott. They started collabing with the New York artists and the California artists. So this was truly the beginning of Southern hip hop, or the mainstream rise of Southern hip hop. Of course, OutKast followed this up with other legendary projects such as ATLiens, Aquemeni, Stankonia, Speakerboxx, Love Below, classic albums that changed the game, changed hip hop, and helped establish OutKast not as superstars but as legends in the hip hop genre. And it all started with Southernplayalisticadillacmuzik, funky music. Now play ya if you choose it. You better make sure you don't abuse it. We're gonna get you hot. But anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Is this your favorite OutKast album? Do you think it's their best album? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If not, what is their best album? What's your favorite song off the album Southern Playalistic? Click the like button, subscribe. Have a young brother grow on YouTube. See you all.